Do you want to know the right type of hair to sell for your wig business so that you can make at least 5 figures within the first year? Hi, my name is Oris. I am a wig maker and I have made 5 figures within 6 months of launching my wig business just by knowing the right type of hair to sell. And today I'm going to be sharing that with you. Want to know? Let's go. The first tip is actually knowing the niche that you like to go with. Now, I'm not talking about the niche where you're the ghost maker, colorist. No, I'm talking about knowing the exact niche that you like to sell, origin of hair that you like to sell or make into bundles, into a wig for your customers. Now, there are various types of hair. I'm going to share the lowest and to the top. The first one is synthetic. So synthetic usually comes as a wig on its own. You rarely see the synthetic bundle. I don't think I've ever seen that actually. Usually when you see synthetic bundles, it's obviously maybe for like your crochet or things like that. You have your virgin hair. Now I will say that there are kind of two different types of virgin hair. You have the virgin hair, which is kind of like the cheaper version of virgin hair. This is usually more affordable. The lifespan is usually shorter. Then you have virgin hair, another the higher version of it, which is a bit more expensive, but it will last longer. It's still more affordable than raw hair. Now, talking about raw hair, that is my personal favorite because that is what I sell. I've created quite a few videos on raw hair, so if you want to know more about what is raw hair, how to test raw hair, you can find the video here. But basically, raw hair is a hair from someone's, a donor's hair, a hair that have been cut off somebody's head, and then this hair is sanitized, cleaned proper, and then it's sold to you. Cut off somebody's hair is a proper 100% raw hair. Those ones are way more expensive than your regular. Now that you've looked at your desired niche and you're thinking, okay, this is the one I'm going for, we're gonna dive in further, because the next tip in knowing how to choose the right hair for your wig business is knowing the pros and cons of your desired niche. Now, I'm going to be very brief and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to tell you the pros and cons as a user, because I'm sure that's not why you're here. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of your desired niche as a seller. I'm going to start with raw hair and I'm going to be very quick because I've actually shared a lot of this in my other videos, but I'm going to give you like a brief summary. Now, for raw hair, the pros is there is good margin. You can actually make a lot of profit. I know that it sounds, oh my god, how am I going to make profit? The hair is expensive. But because you're selling expensive hair, you can actually put a lot of margin in it, because you know that you're providing the client one of the best. Now here, let me say this. You need to be sure that the hair that you're selling is 100% raw. And if you're sure that the hair that you're selling is 100% raw, you'll rest assured that your clients might have these bundles with them from 5 to 10 years with good maintenance. Next pro that I think you should know about is that it comes with a specific kind of customer. I'm going to clarify that. See, what I want to say that people that spend money on their stuff do not actually stress you as much. If you believe what I'm saying, put it in the comment section and let me know, because most of the clients that have money to spend, or not just have money, are willing to spend on themselves. They think of self-care and they feel like their hair is like one of their major things. They don't stress you as much. It's more of a luxury customer, high clientele customers, people that you don't have to worry if they're going to pay you or not. Well, at least 95%. Some 5% are not going to pay regardless of how much they make. It's not just that you're just plucking the money. You're gonna do a lot of work to get to this stage. Trust me, in order to get a good vendor, which I have a video here with vendors that I have shared, but in order to get a good vendor, you need to test it. You need to spend a lot of money. Basically, you're kind of getting the money back because you spend money beforehand. Now let's talk about the cons of selling raw hair. The first one is actually harder to drop ship. Now, I know there are a lot of videos on here that will tell you that you need to find a way to drop ship and everything like that. But for raw hair, especially, not even especially, most of the origin of raw hair is really hard to find a vendor that is willing and able to drop ship for you. Because most of the time when they realize that you're not a bulk buying customer, they're gonna start delaying your orders, and you're gonna be worried that your customer is not gonna get the hair. So for raw hair, it's actually hard to dropship. You can get a good vendor that is willing to dropship, and I think most of this can be found with the Indian vendors. But when it comes to the Vietnamese vendors, you know that sometimes their shipping time, their processing time takes a long time. They do this because they give priority to like their very big, massive customers. And next con is that is quite an expensive business to venture in. And this is a barrier. So this can come as a con and as a pro as well, because not a lot of people can actually go into selling 100% raw hair because it's expensive to get into it. It's gonna cost you a lot of money to test the hair. You need to test, I would say this applies to virgin, but mostly raw, you need to test it for a while to truly know if this hair is 100% raw. I'm not going to go too much. I'm just going to talk about this last con. There are a lot of it, but I'm just going to mention this one, the inventory. So I mentioned to you that it's harder to drop ship. So that means you would have to stock some goods for you to be able to sell to your customers, and it is expensive. I will say, to close this off, is once you get a good vendor, once you have a good relationship, you can bargain, you can like talk to them, and they will give you discount because they know that you actually sell the hair and you come back to them like every 2 months or every 3 months. Moving on to the pro of virgin hair, I don't want to dive in too much because I feel like a lot of people are aware, but I'm just going to tell you the most important, that I believe is the most important, is that number one, the pro is it's actually easy to drop ship. A lot of Chinese vendors out there that are willing and wanting to drop ship with you. They will even create labels for you. So there's a lot of them out there. So it's quite easy to drop ship, which means you don't need to stock hair too much. You need less inventory, and it's obviously less expensive to get venture into because you don't have to spend your own money. On for this is there is less margin. There's a lot of, it's a niche that is, there is no barrier to entry. You have to be very good at what you do for you to shine through, because everybody sells hair. Literally everybody sells hair. But what I know is there is room for anybody that wants to come into this business. You can come in now and you can make money, as long as you're sure that this is what you want, as long as you work towards it, as long as you watch videos like this and you educate yourself, you can actually be great. So don't feel discouraged that because a lot of people sell hair, you can't sell yours. No. If I can't do it, you can. Now that you know that, you now need to think backwards. You need to think, okay, I have all of this product, I have all of this here. What is my next plan? The next plan is knowing your target audience. Remember I mentioned about knowing the specific customers you want to sell to, and to the fact that luxury hair makes it easier to sell to kind of specific customers that will not stress your life. Yes, so this is where target audience comes in. So a target audience can be you or me. For example, I'm a wife, I have children, I'm very busy, I have businesses as well as I work 9 to 5. Yes, so I am very busy and I need something that I just need to wear and go. I painted a picture of myself and I made myself my target audience, and you can do this too. It doesn't have to also be yourself. It can be somebody that you know, it can be your friend, it can be anybody that you feel like, okay, there's something that I can do for this person that will make life easier for them. Now that you have this avatar of a person that you've created, you can then think about, okay, what kind of solution can I do to solve this person? For me, I wanted to deal with people that number one, your hair is styled to perfection. When you get your hair is ready to like pop and go. Number two, there are a lot of glueless wig out there, but the way I came in is I'm not just a glueless wig seller. I also construct the wigs using 100% raw hair, and I also style the wig to perfection. So the wig is coming to you 100% styled and ready to wear. So that is the way to think of it. We don't want you going out testing and saying, okay, I want to try virgin, I want to try raw hair, I want to see what moves the market. No, you have to focus, you have to put a laser focus on a certain niche so that you can stand out, and that is the key of making money in this wig business. Next tip in knowing how to choose the right hair to sell is your bank balance. What is your bank balance saying? Is it saying I have enough, spend me? Or is it saying no, I'm not? So it depends on what your bank balance is saying. So if you feel like, okay, yes, I want to go into raw hair and I want to sell raw and luxury vibe for my clients, well, you have to think about, if you're not lucky to get someone that would drop ship your hair for you, you have to think of an alternative plan B and where you would get that money to invest in inventory. Now hold on, I need to just clarify here. I don't need you to go out there buying $3,000 worth of inventory, $2,000 worth of inventory, not yet. No. Especially if you don't have a market already. And the only way that you can do is to start small. You can start with, I did that, I started small. I've tested the hair and I liked it. I ordered another set of long hair. What I did was the same wig, I curled it one style, I straightened it another, I restyled it as center part, I restyled it as side part, and that's like 4 videos. It's something that you can do, so you don't actually have to invest enough money. But the reason why I say that you might need to invest, check your bank balance, is because you might end up getting orders, and if you're getting certain orders, you need to order them in. Move on. I want to know what you are willing to sell now. Now that you're watching this video, put a comment there and tell me, are you gearing towards virgin hair? Are you gearing towards raw hair? Or is synthetic something you're looking at? So now that you know how to choose the right type of hair to sell for your raw business, you're probably thinking, okay, where do I start from? I don't even have a vendor. I don't know how to test my hair. Well, I have a video here for you. I give detailed video. This is actually a detailed video where I shared how to test your raw hair, how to find raw hair, and also I gave vendor lists in my other videos. I also have a playlist. You can check that out, all about raw hair. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you, because I really want to give back, and I'm hoping that this video will make you successful, will push you to what you want to do in life. And if you learned a lot and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.